Hi everyone, this is The Patriotic Gamer. I am your host Connor, and I am a new YouTuber, if that's a word. I am 21 years old, living in Oregon. I went to 13 schools and moved around a lot, but I've always had a passion for video games and becoming a YouTuber. Now, let's get into this game. This game is going to be in the USS Arizona. I think you're going to like this camo. Basically an American flag on a World War II warship. And there it is. Pretty good ship, but this is going to be an action-packed game. The enemy is just gonna fold pretty quickly. But when we start this game, I go left. The reason why is because, number one, the ship is already facing towards the left. And number two, the friendlies on the lower right side has a battleship, a cruiser, and a destroyer. Best chances of winning that side is if you have one of each. One for spotting, one for hiding behind a mountain and HE spamming, and one for charging in and destroying everything. That's basically the roles. Keep your eye out on that Devonshire. He's going to get real lucky later on. But here I am looking at this Texas, and I know he's broadside because I look at the map and he's totally perpendicular, or lined up, broadside, going around that island. And I took a shot, only got 6 shells. 9,000 damage. Not bad. Not that good either. But I'm looking at this California. He's mostly broadside, but he's going to be a pain in the ass later on. Now, the good thing about the Arizona is that it's an American battleship. American battleships in World of Warships Legends have the best armor piercing in the game. Unless you're a Jean Bart. But that's tier 7. Jean Bart's like a cheat code with its AP, but that's neither here nor there. But I was looking at this Marblehead thinking I could get a dev strike out of this. I was like, dude, he is sailing broadside in a straight line. All I have to do is just aim a little bit above his bow. And watch this. He gone. Yep. Hold these for me. Yeah. That's what happens when you sail broadside in a Marblehead to Arizona. That's a full dispersion build. That's the dev strike of the day. Or is it? Now, one thing the California does have going for it is well, at least for me, it's actually pretty hard to citadel from distance, even if it's broadside. I don't recall ever citadeling a California from more than 10 kilometers. I've done it from 8, I know that. But that probably doesn't count because I was a Gneisenau. I was tier 6 and he was tier 5. And I'm looking at this Koenig thinking I could shoot over the mountain, but yeah, there's no chance of that happening. Bayern is pretty broadside, so I'm going to take a shot here. Hold these. And that was pretty good. Pretty good hit. Looked like, what, 13,000? I'm currently looking at this Koenig again, and I'm eagerly trying to get around this corner so I can absolutely delete him. Because he's mostly broadside. He's broadside enough to for this to hurt. Just a little. Now they're chunking him, and then here's mine. And 7 penetrations. Look at that. 7. That's 16,000 damage right there. You could say that hurt. I'm looking at that Fubuki thinking I could take him out, but I had no chance. That T-22 had him the whole time. I reacquired the target of the Devonshire. I shot right as he started turning, which means I'm going to miss. I got one overpin, but it did absolutely no damage. That was pretty upsetting. I thought I was going to have a pretty good hit. And then that California comes around. I didn't even notice him until he hit me. So I didn't know I was broadside to him. I knew I was going to be broadside of that Bayern or whatever is right next to him, the battleship. Right in front of him at 11 kilometers. I knew I was going to be pretty broadside to him, but I wasn't... Yeah, it's a Bayern. I wasn't sure if I was going to be broadside to that California. I didn't even know it was there. But then there's going to be an Acasta that shows up pretty soon. But the first hit on that California was pretty weak, and I was pretty upset about that. I'm gonna be straight up honest. That was pretty disappointing from that range, just doing 6,000 damage to a broadside California. I mean, look at it. He's fully broadside. And then that happens. I hit him with 9 of my 12 shells, and 8 of them hurt. So I'd take about 20,000. Almost 20,000. And then I'm just gonna keep shooting at him for a moment because he annoyed me with that Citadel he hit me with. But then I see that Devonshire, and he looks like he's going to go broadside. He looked like he was going to reverse and go broadside, but I did get a good hit on his deck. Right through his deck, and got that 5,000. I don't think the overpin did anything. But look at that dispersion. I hit him. Dispersion was terrible. But the reason why I'm shooting at the Devonshire instead of the California and getting my revenge is because Devonshire is a cruiser, and I rather shoot at cruisers as a battleship Typically, I get a couple of dev strikes, but I was severely unlucky with that Devonshire, unfortunately. And then the Acasta starts shooting at me for what reason, I have no idea. But, I mean, look at this shot. This was so stupid. Like, how did I aim that bad? My thinking was that he was hitting the brakes when he really wasn't. I was expecting him to hit the brakes as I was shooting. That never happened, so I ended up missing by quite a lot. I don't usually miss those shots. But then I steal the kill on the California. 557 whole hit points. And now I'm going to take another shot at this Acasta, and this was a better shot. And so was that one. Yeah. 3 overpins. Out of what? 6 shells? I hit him 50%. That low of a target. Now I'm thinking, oh, great. Broadside battleship? Then I see the torps, I'm like, and then they ran out, and then I'm like, oh, okay. That's, better. The Acasta gets respotted, and well, let's just say that he's not long for this world, as Spartan Elite would say. Shout out to his channel. And he's gone. And that's a Dreadnought. So we have, what, 5 badges? Congratulations. New milestone. 132,000 damage. Yeah. 5 badges. 520,000 credits. I almost had a Kraken. If I killed that Fubuki, or that destroyer that the T-61 was shooting at, I would have had a Kraken. Well, that's it for today. I will see you guys in the next video, and I'm signing off.